Hello everyone, it's Nadie, and today we'll be testing out the Tati Beauty Blendiful against a supposed $4 Amazon dupe. As you gorgeous people know, this is about the products, not the people behind them. Any tiff you may have with them, cast that away because this is a channel of positive energy, okay? Thank you. So, how is everyone today? I hope wherever you're at in the world, you're having a marvelous day. It's chilly here, it's gloomy, I'm not in black, what is wrong with the world? But I'm actually really excited to test these because I fucking loved this thing. I do want to say though, and please feel free to skip ahead, I can't even tell you the level of sadness that I felt for the people commenting negatively on my review video of this. Especially because if you're here, you know this is a channel of positivity and creativity, and sometimes that means breaking the rules and trying products a new way. Like, why do what every fucking other YouTuber is doing? I've watched her launch video and I've read the directions, and even if I'm not using the tool correctly, how boring is it to walk in a straight line? And I'm so sad that people forget that there's multiple ways that you can use a tool. And people feel the need to attack others for thinking a different way. Like, that to me is the epitome of what a human should not be. And for the first time, I think ever, I had to disable comments because people were so upset that I used this to blend out my foundation versus this. Like, really? Really? I use this to blend out my foundation and suddenly I'm some idiot who doesn't have any common sense or know what the fuck I'm doing. If that's what gets your titties twisted, could I recommend some great therapy and a good bottle of scotch? Tati did say you can use this for makeup, you can use it for oil blotting, you can use it for touch-ups, or you can do what everyone does with makeup tools and use it however the fuck you want. There are no rules, honey. Use a tool however it works best for you, like any true makeup lover would know. I do really like these, and I like that you can use them for pretty much anything. Cream, contour, you can make them your little bitches, you can own them. There's literally no difference in these except this one is small, this one is big, this is gray, this is black, this one is almost indiscernibly stiffer. I know this little beast is made for touch-ups and traveling and oil blotting, but I don't do that during the day. I literally wipe my makeup off the moment I leave the camera. So I kind of wanted to dedicate this cutie to one thing, and because my foundation is so fucking liquidy, I thought it would completely saturate this thing and kind of waste a lot of product, and I'm glad I used this for my foundation because it did get everywhere. It's even on the back of this. So yes, you can use this for touch-ups, you can use it for whatever the fuck Tati said, but you can also use it for applying any makeup that you want. Just because it's a mini doesn't mean jack shit. It's literally the same as this in smaller form. I blended out full faces of makeup using one of these in school, and I blended out full faces of makeup using one of these in school. They're both the exact same, different size, both fabulous. If you think I'm probably not gonna touch up my makeup throughout the day and I really don't have any use for this, and you want a tool dedicated to one product like foundation or concealer, whatever the fuck you want, then I totally recommend using this. Do you have to use this over this? No, you can totally use this, and I'm sure it'd work marvelously, no matter what some simpleton says in the comments. And I know this is a little bit of a rant, but I also got quite a few complaints saying that you're supposed to wipe the makeup around versus blotting. I did wipe it, and it took my contour off. That's why I blotted, and I was perfectly fine with blotting. In fact, I saw Tati blot on her video, and she seemed pretty content. And I noticed a few other people say that when they swiped it around, it created really streaky foundation for them, so I recommend blotting it, but really, try it out, do what works best for you. There are no rules here. Moral of the story, if you're gonna come on here and talk negatively, please keep it to yourself and let it turn into a burp because you're honestly gonna sound stupid anyways. I made these products work for me in a way that maybe others didn't, and to me that just shows product diversity, so you're welcome. Back to these, I love them so much. It doesn't matter what you do, you can stick them in your urethra for all I care, but they work marvelously for makeup. Let's go ahead and take a look at these. This came with two nice fake Boutete blenders. They're very dense. This feels like a tire. I'll save those for a different day. Kind of like little stress balls. And then we also got two normal poofs. This is exactly what I used to use when I was in school. They're basically the same as these. These might be a little bit fluffier, but just a hair. I know that the bigger one is definitely not as plush, which might pose a problem, especially if you swipe to blend, but if you pat to blend your makeup out, that might not be that big of a deal. Either way, I think the biggest difference here is the price, because these were $18, which I don't think is too terrible, but these were only $4, which, I mean, that's great. In my last video, I did try washing this, but I used hand soap, which is what I always use on my beauty blenders because it's just softer. Sometimes I'll use dish soap, which is definitely what I should have used on this, but I also heard that people's were falling apart, so I threw this in the washer and it did perfectly fine. Like, I didn't even put it in the delicate bag like they recommended you should. It's not completely like new, but it's way better, and it does have a little bit of stain from the contour. It's totally okay though. It feels fine, maybe a little, I don't know. I'm not even gonna use this guy today because this is basically the same, so we'll just leave that there. I don't know, maybe we'll use it for a powder. Let's do that. Oh my god, I'm so warm. I have to turn the fan on. Fuck. So, you beautiful lovebirds, let's go ahead and hop right into this. For primer, I'm going with some Yves Saint Laurent Touche Clap Blur Primer. We fancy bitches today. Oh my god, I'm so tired. My sleep schedule is so fucked up. I haven't been getting to bed till like 4 or 5. I hate that. But the time is approaching to start promo pictures for my new palette and highlighters and stuff, and so like all of these creative thoughts come to me right as I'm about to sleep, and I have to write that shit down. It's just like a vicious cycle because I don't not want those thoughts, but I also want sleep. Alright, so I think on this side I'm gonna use the Amazon sponges, and then on this side I'll use the Titty Booty Blender. Already, I do like this one a lot because of the size, and I like that you can bend it. I mean, you can bend this one too, but the corners really do help. So there is a definite plus with that, but we will still go on, and I think this video is gonna kind of more be like, do what people said in the comments, and a few people said that you're supposed to put the foundation on your skin and then blend it out with this, so I'm just gonna use the same products that we used before, and I've never applied this directly to my skin because it's liquid. Oh my god, it's like applying eye drops, but not to the eye. So there we have my Dior Backstage, and let's go ahead and blend it out. First I'll swipe, which I do not like that. It's literally just wiping the makeup off, so I'm going to go in and pat. Oh god, there's shit in my hair again. Damn it, why does this always happen when I'm on camera? Ignore that, that's gross. But this is so far pretty much doing the exact same thing that the Tati did, making my skin look beautiful, but I know I'm gonna need more. There's not a whole lot of product that got soaked up into this, so that's kind of nice. Just because I'm really curious though, this next layer, I'm just gonna put a few drops on here and apply it from there. I just want to see if it'll help add coverage, which actually, that kind of did make it look better. I'm not sure if it's because there's already product in here, so it's not really soaking up as much. I kind of like it where you apply the foundation to this. It still isn't that dirty, so I'm not mad at this at all. It really is making my foundation look beautiful and like my skin looks so flawless, and I actually purposefully kept my beard a little bit long today, only because I know this works beautifully on smoother skin, so we may as well test this today for those bearded beauties out there, and it is doing a great job. I feel like down here it's great to swipe, but more near the eye area, for me, it looks better patted out. I really like the way that looks. I'm gonna go in with one more little squirt, and I'm putting it directly on here because why the fuck not? Clearly, you can either apply it to this or your face, no big deal. Does it look pretty much the same as the Tati Blendiful? Yes. And it fits in the hand like perfectly. You can bend it, you can squish it, you can squeeze it, you can blow it, it doesn't matter. So there we go. It didn't completely cover all my flaws. I'm finding that this foundation isn't quite as full coverage as I always thought it was, but I think already this looks so much better than any brush or sponge has ever made this look. It just looks like second skin. It's beautiful. So I am going to go ahead and do the same with the Tati sponge. First, I'm going to apply a few drops on the face, and we will blend this out just the same. The thing about the Tati one is it does feel quite a bit fluffier and more comfortable on the face. Not that that really matters if it gets the job done the same, but ergonomically, this one totally wins. Does that make it worth like 4 or 5 times the price? I don't think so, but I don't know. And just like the other sponge, this did the same thing. Oh my god. Where once again, the product kind of disappeared. So I'm gonna go in and apply it directly to the sponge. It did soak up a little bit, but I don't think any more than the other one did. So we'll place a few little droopies right there, just like that. And let's do a little bit more. And blend that just fast out. See, like when I swipe this, in a lot of areas, it is streaky. So like if you kind of swipe it to put it into place and then blot it in, that's kind of the best method, at least for me. It makes it look really, really natural and very evenly distributed. Oh, this is so pretty. Hopefully this doesn't look splotchy on camera. It looks great in person, but then in post-production, I always up the saturation, and so you can really see the splotchiness. So if there are splotches, please forgive me and ignore it. All right, so there we have both sides. I think they both look perfect, like literally no difference. They both made my skin look flawless. It doesn't really even look like I'm wearing makeup. I fucking love this. So, next up, let's go in with some Concealer. Today, I'm actually gonna mix 2 of my favorites. I'm gonna go in with some NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop, and some Too Faced Born This Way. And on this side, we'll go in with that sponge. I'm just using the same side. I'm just gonna kind of like flip it, and here we go. Oh my god, already I can tell this is making my makeup look beautiful. Ugh, fucking airbrushed perfection. Like, why have we all not been using these our entire lives? It really is good because you can do like this spreading motion at the same time as like patting, and it's not really like tugging at the skin or anything, but it is helping blend things out. It's almost like a mixture of patting and pulling at the same time versus like a sponge where I would just normally only pat. What the fuck did I just do? My God. I was so caught up in talking that I didn't blend this side out with my sponge. Oh, God damn it. Okay, well, we'll just blend the rest of this out with the Tati sponge. I am so sorry about that. I was literally all caught up in my conversation. But I did use this to blend my concealer out, and it worked beautifully. And so the fact that this worked, I'd say just as good, is very, very telling. It does look really, really good. I'm gonna finish blending this side out with this sponge. Damn, that was stupid. The thing though that I do notice is that when I kind of pat it with this tool, some of the product does get picked up. Like, I'm seeing a little bit of red on this side, not so much on this side. I don't know if it's the tool, if I just have more redness on this side. In person, it really doesn't look like there's a whole lot of difference. Like, I do see something over there, and I don't think I saw it until I started blotting it with this tool. In fact, the more that I do it, the more product is getting picked up. So that is something interesting. Let me tap a few more times on this side and see if the same thing happens. Actually, the same thing is happening. So to me, that tells me that unlike the Beauty Blender, where you can literally pat it on your face till the cows fucking come home, these, once your makeup is blended, you need to quit. Otherwise, it's gonna pull up your makeup. So I'm going to quit blending that out, and let's see, what do we wanna do next? A lot of people said that you could use powder contour with these, so I think we'll do that instead of cream contour today. But also, the first time I tried this, I went in with a little bit of It Bye Bye Under Eye, so why don't I do the same, and then I can blend them out with both sponges like I should have before. So on this side, we go in with the Amazon sponge. That looks beautiful. And then on this side, I'm gonna pick a new corner and go in with a Tati sponge. That too looks beautiful, and God, this one fits in the hand so well. But so far, that's really the only difference. Like, the application on both sides looks the same, which I'm sure nobody's really surprised. I mean, these things have been around forever. The only difference with this is that it just seems a little bit more floofy. We all love floofies. Even though I'm not gonna go in with cream contour, I do kind of want to try a cream blush. I've never really used one of these before, so this is gonna be a first. And I was just sent these today by the fabulous Hank and Henry Beauty. These are the cream blushes. Fucking love the packaging. How do you open it? Oh, there we go. That's pretty. I would use that as a lipstick. Damn. Oh no. Shit. For eyes today, I'm gonna go in with the Midas Cosmetics Smoky Glow Palette. You go, girl. Congrats on that collaboration. But I just opened it to see the color layout, to see if that blush would be a good choice. And two of the shadows are completely obliterated. Oh, that makes me so sad. I feel like we can repress those though, but oh, it's a beautiful like purple multi-chrome. Damn, that is a fucking beautiful palette though. What the hell? It kind of looks like we're gonna do a pinky purple look today, so I think this blush will be fine. So this is the shade Baby Rosa, and let's go ahead and apply a few little dabs right there. Very nice shade, very Trixie Mattel-esque. And I think let's also go in with a little bit of Teen Queen. Maybe not, that might be a little bit too bright. Let's try a dab. So on this side, I'm gonna pick a new corner and dab this out. Very pretty, subtle color, I like that. And this seemed to blend it out beautifully. I kind of want a little bit more though. Those blend out marvelously, especially with this tool. Like, I really do like the way that's looking. I mean, maybe I applied a little bit too much, but with nothing else on my face, it does look a little bit harsh. But I think by the end of the video, it'll look perfect. And now let's go in with this guy. I'm gonna pick a new corner and blend this out. Oh God. She's shedding a little bit. Oh dear. Once again, it is blending out very, very effortlessly. You can kind of pat and swipe at the same time. This looks great. I do look like I just came in from a very blustery snowstorm though. Like, my cheeks are very blushed. It's like Anthony walked by me. Whew, damn, he's steamy. So now I'm gonna go ahead and set under my eyes and probably everywhere else on my face. Let's first dip in with this little Amazon guy. I'm gonna go in with my Bamboo Blur powder in the shade Light. I love this stuff so much. And at least with this powder, not a whole lot picks up, but maybe it'll be enough. Maybe it just kind of goes into the little fibers, and That definitely was plenty. This isn't really the kind of powder that you bake with because it's so fucking expensive, and it doesn't really add coverage, it just kind of blurs, so you really only need a little bit. I'll just press this in all over this half of my face, and you can beat your face. Use this sponge like it's a painting. Very nice. Now let's go in with the Tati Beauty sponge. That picked up way more powder. I don't know if it actually does or if it's the color that's really enhancing it, but it does look like it picked up more powder than the other puff, and it's applying under the eyes the same. Everything is pretty much the same. There we go. Both sides, I think, still look great. I'm just gonna dust away the excess powder with a floofy brush. I do really prefer the Tati ones, but I don't know that the price is justified because they pretty much look the same. It's just that these ones are fluffier and feel a little bit better in the hands, but I think they apply the product the exact same, so it's really more of like a personal preference. Plus, I feel like these really wouldn't last long if you had to wash them every day, whereas these, even if one breaks, it was only $4. And let's go ahead and quick hop into an eye look with this palette right here, and then we'll go ahead and add the powder contour with the sponges. Oh god, this is so sad to me. How did that happen? Here we have the palette though. It is very, very up my alley. If you know me, you know that I like pinks and I like purples and I like pretty much everything about this, so this speaks to me. First, I'm gonna go ahead and dip into Jump Cut with a fluffy brush. It's this beautiful kind of corally salmon shade, and I'm gonna place that all along the crease line, back and forth, just like that. Very pretty. It seems to be working marvelously. I love this color so much. Then I'm gonna dip into this gorgeous fuchsia, which is Content, and I'm gonna start that right here in the outer corner and kind of push it into the socket, just like I pretty much always do. But with this, I'm really only gonna push it about halfway in and keep it kind of on the outer corner. Very pretty. I'm digging this. I'm gonna give the crease a little bit of a cut, and then I really want to go in with this one that kind of is obliterated. I think this is called Nutty. So I'm just gonna pick some up on a flat brush, and we will place that right over the concealer. Oh, that is pretty. Oh, goddamn. Oh. It has a beautiful, like, purple to pink to blue multi-chrome shift. That is really pretty. And also a big thanks to Gerard Cosmetics for sending me this palette. Thank you very, very much. I've been so excited for this palette, and then when it showed up on my doorstep, I was like, yay! And then with that same brush, I'm gonna take a little bit of Leno here, and we will place that kind of right where the transition starts from the matte to the shimmer. That's pretty. I hope you can see that on camera. You definitely can in person. It's subtle, but it's there. And then right here on the outer edge, I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of Content to make that a smoother transition. Then on the lower lash, I'm gonna dip back into Jump Cut and just smoke it out all along the lower line. And same with a little bit of Content. And I really want to see what Leno looks like smoked out on the lower lash, so we're gonna take that on a little tiny baby brush and kind of press it into the lash line. Normally I don't take shimmers on the lower lash line, but I got curious about this color. That doesn't really seem like it did a whole lot, so let's go in with Plan B, which is some amazing, this deep burgundy. And I'm gonna take this right up against the lashes. Very pretty. Let's also take a little bit of this beautiful red Warrior. I'm gonna place that under the lashes as well. Oh, that's a beautiful red. I'm gonna line the lower waterline with a MAC Black Kohl pencil. And the eye look is done, so let's move on to the other products. I've literally never ever used a puff for like contour, but normally I go in with this palette. I guess what do I do? Just like go like that, like I would with a brush. There we have that. This is very, very weird feeling. Like this is not natural. But maybe if I just kind of like fold it like that and take it and blend it along there. Did that add any product? Go in with some more. Oh my gosh. I never ever would have applied a product like this with a sponge, yet it seems to be doing great. In fact, I like the way this looks way better than I did with that cream contour. That was just a shit show, but this, I feel like it looks okay, but I don't know that I'm sold yet. Like, I kind of really like the way it looks with my brush more, but I don't think this is bad at all. Like, that applied very, very easily. However, normally I apply my contour with a fan brush and you just go like that and it kind of carves your cheek out for you. I do really prefer this. But just for science purposes, let's continue contouring with the pad. Meow. I'm able to get a really, really nice, clean, straight line for the nose contour because all you have to do is like bend this and go like that. Not completely sold on this part though. Like that to me just, it doesn't look the best. And it could be the products that I'm using. You never know. Let's go ahead and try the Tati Beauty sponge. I'm gonna do the same thing. Just go back and forth. We've got a good bit on the sponge, way too much. It seems like with the powder, using a swiping motion does apply it much better versus using a cream product and having to kind of blot it. Still though, I'm not in love with how this looks. I think the brush is so much easier and way more precise. Let's try carving out the nose. There we go. I do really like that. That is so much easier than a brush. All right, so there is the contour applied with a sponge. I don't love it. In fact, I'm really tempted to go over it with a brush just because I'm that much of a perfectionist. Actually, if you've seen my videos, I'm not a perfectionist at all, but I don't like having a wonky contour, so I'm just gonna go in with a little bit on this brush. Not that it'll really do much, but just for my own self-assurance. And normally I don't go over powder products with more cream, but I think I want a little bit more blush, so I'm gonna reapply a little bit of Teen Queen. It kind of got lost in the midst of blending everything else out. So I'm gonna pick a new side here and just blend this out. And I did lose a little bit of that highlight under my eyes, so I'm gonna go in with some RCMA translucent setting powder on this Tati sponge. And then for highlighter, I'm gonna take a little bit of Ofra's Rodeo Drive on the sponge and just, oh, wow. I definitely applied way too much, but oh my gosh. I really like the way that applies because when I use a brush, it just kind of goes flying everywhere. But with this, I was able to like take it and press it right where I wanted. Oh my gosh, I look like metal today. Let's try it with the Tati sponge. I'm hoping it'll be the same. Oh God, that applied way too fucking much. That, I guess, is the downside of using this big ass sponge. Maybe highlighter would be better with the tiny sponge, but either way, I think it looks really good with both sponges. And then for lipstick, I really want to try this blush. Ooh, that's probably too light for me. And here we are with the final look. For lips, I ended up going in with Jeffree Star's Fully. Oh fuck, I can't read that. The little stamp is right over the name. It's this color right here. But for the most part, I really like how this look turned out. My cheeks ended up kind of getting muddy. I think I just applied way too many products in a way that I don't normally apply them, so it was a little bit different. I really like this look. I think my skin looks flawless on both sides. I dare say both sides look exactly the same. I don't know that I'm sold on really applying powder products with this. I really enjoyed it for the creams, and I think brushes really work way better for me for powders, with the exception of like translucent powder, maybe like powder foundation, but I didn't get too many thrills applying my contour with this. The highlight I do think looks really good, but for the most part, I'm probably gonna stick to using creams and translucent powder with these things. But does that mean these sponges aren't fucking amazing? These are awesome. I'm gonna be honest here, and haters can hate. This has absolutely nothing against Tati Beauty, but I don't think there's a big enough difference to justify the price in this versus this. Yes, I do think this one is very ergonomical. It's got lots of corners. It's very fluffy. It's comfortable to hold and great to use, but this one, for less than a quarter of the price, you basically get the same thing. Like, you can squeeze this one just like you can with this one. No, it doesn't have all the corners. No, it's not as plush, but it gets the job done exactly the same as this one. So if you're a babe on a budget or you just want multiple ones, I totally recommend the Amazon one. All I did was type in puff and a 4-pack came up for $4. But do I recommend the Tati one as well? Yes, I think they're both great. Are they the same? Looks-wise, no, but performance-wise, yes. I'm totally okay paying this price, but at the same time, if I'm gonna order more sponges, I'm probably gonna order them from Amazon. It's always great to support creators, and I'm always here for that, but they are pretty much the exact same, which I think we all kind of thought they would be. But yes, there you go. I'm sending you so much peace, love, and happiness. Thank you all so much for being here. I love having you. And once again, big thanks to Henry for sending these my way, and congrats to Smoky Glow on this fabulous collaboration. Like always, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't forget my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which does change from black to white, is available at thepoplux.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at OfficialNady, and you can follow me online at thepoplix.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye!